Welcome back, everyone, to more Buck Rogers. Yeah, so we're coming back a little bit early because I've been attempting to record some Wing Commander and some Keen. And of course, if you played Commander Keen 3, you know it's very difficult. So the last attempt I had was 30 minutes of me dying. So yeah, I'm going to take a little break here and there, I think, from that. And continue to try to pass the last few levels here and get those uploaded. But in the meantime, we're going to play some Buck Rogers because I need a break from dying all the time, even though we probably are going to die some here as well. Ronstock's leg itches for a moment. So we're getting parasitic infections in our brains. That's why Trog is comatose and Ronstock is about to be comatose. So we need to get to sick bay on level 6 and try to figure out what's going on here. Horrid genies slip into the air shaft from above. Lug left to face the dripping fangs alone. Yeah, these ECGs can basically implant parasitic shit into your brain. And you're also going to see that the creatures and us are either passing or failing 0G skill rolls. That's because we are in 0 gravity. And that is why you need maneuver in 0G to be... I would start the game at least with 8+. Because it has a huge impact on your attributes if you do not have that up there. But I would also continue to increase that so that we're constantly making... See, you can see I just failed my 0G skill roll. You want to make sure you're passing that at all times. We're going to stay here on level 6. We're just going to save on J and hope that we do not die. Zegalov notices slowly spreading rash. The medical lab is in pristine. A small data computer is attached to a table. What do you do? A voice emanates from the computer. This unit will operate only with valid voice print. What do? You scoop up the computer and find some poison antidotes. Trog awakes screaming, eyes unfocused. He attacks. Yeah, I was afraid that was going to happen. At this point, I'm not sure what we have to do here. I think we have to take him out for now. Throwing fucking grenades at us and shit. Obviously can't get here any faster. The sickbay is a highly advanced one. A number of automated surgeons dangle above pristine white tables. In the corner, an autopsy was performed. The corpse is carefully laid out. Clearly labeled bottles are racked nearby. A personal log and a carefully folded uniform marked Dr. Conchites float next to an unclothed body. You take the log and you record it as logbook entry 28. Made it up to sick bay. Headache has already started. Trying stimulants to keep conscious. Activated medical scanners. Time passes. The parasite has buried itself deeply in the brain, still awake but room beginning to spin and color cycle. Scanner information is still inconclusive. Time passes. The room is twisting, shadows crawling everywhere. The scanner is laughing. Only one thing left. Surgeon, full invasive scan of biological subject. A mechanical voice. Option contraindicated. Sigma override required. Voice near hysteria. Override number 810151. Initiate. The hum of machinery and suck of vacuum pumps are all that can be heard. A protein formula is printed out. The information allows you to produce a protective protein salve if you can extract the brain parasite. Do you want to use the automated surgeon to remove the brain parasite? You activate the surgeon. A mechanical hum and the hiss of pumps fills the rooms. A mechanical voice intones, Sigma number. Subject do not covered by RAM insurance. What do you do? We reprogram it. Who is good with reprogramming? I don't know. Shit. Skills. Well, Trot can't do it. He's knocked the fuck out. Plot fails. The computer responds invalid. Well, we fucked that up. All right, we got Sigma codes earlier, I think. If not, I have them handy anyhow. The operation is quick and successful. The others undergo the procedure and are cured. All right. I think we all undergo the... I think we're immune to this shit now. Tracks life signs throughout the ship. Scan indicates that you are the only humans on board. A large concentration of unknown life forms are on deck 10. Others are scattered throughout the ship. As you watch, a new reading appears to your right. You look and see a genie pull itself out of the airshaft. It flashes towards you with blazing speed, fangs dripping. Alright, so we're going to head back down to whatever level we were on. Now that we know we can come here and get nice and healed. Alright, you did the one hit point that we needed. Clog is our poison expert, so we will throw him those. And by the way, yes, you guys were right. Those that pointed out Clog was a female in the last video. I went ahead and fixed that through the Gold Box, whatever, editor. And he is now correctly male. So thank God we had that program to fix that without having to start over. I believe we're on deck 3. Alright, so yes, this is where we left off. We got infected, we got brain fucked and all that good stuff. So, let's see what we can do now that we have rehabilitated ourselves. The ship's oasis of beauty. The hydroponics garden. Oh shit, we gonna get high. Seems peaceful and untouched by the current events. Leaves rustle soothingly, and a sweet smell suffuses the room. The plants obscure your sight. The sounds and smells of this room begin to relax you. Lug remembers a quiet evening with an old girlfriend. The holding of hands, the hugs and kisses. Clog awakens from peaceful contemplation in time to see Lug imprisoned in the vines of an unknown plant. Small thorns penetrate the armor. The vines pulse in time to Lug's heartbeat. What do? We fuck it up. In a frenzy, you fight off the pleasant lassitude and tear into the plant. Soon the vine remnants and ichor float through the air. The wounds from the plant begin to burn. Lug is hit for 6 points of damage. Next to the uprooted plant is a broken containment field generator and a piece of paper. You take it and you record the paper as logbook entry 50. ECG non-motile stage. Many mollusks begin life-free swimming and eventually settle onto rocks. This has the advantage of containing ECG fertile forms to fixed locations. Experimenting with attractants such as used by pitcher plants and Venus flytraps. There is no reason to suppose that the correct combination of scent and sonic cues could not be effective against hominid life. Dr. Alexander Williams. The team gains experience. His status says okay, so hopefully he's not poisoned. Hopefully. This room contains the air sampling equipment for the ship. You've reached the life support deck. You can faintly hear the thrum of cycling hydroponic tanks. You've reached cargo deck. It is silent. The room holds many maintenance tools. Shards of glass float around this room. The faint smell of expensive perfume lingers. Exploring the room reveals a set of cargo boxes strapped together to form a well-hidden living area. Pillows, papers, and women's clothing float at random in the space. The papers are a rough diary. One is crudely scrawled. The rash is spreading. I have little time. You take them and record them as logbook entry 21. Holy shit, alright. Day 1, Dr. Williams sounded a security alert. This could only mean that his genies have escaped. Scott is offline. Need his help. If I'm going to counter these beasts, don't believe that security can handle the creatures. Williams has kept them too much in the dark. Hiding in the cargo bay and filling the room with perfume is to hide my scent. I will observe and record. Day 2, ship is silent. Have spotted 2 battle sites. We lost them both. Thankfully I haven't been discovered. It seems that they have taken over the control room. They may be preparing to molt into stage 3 form. I hope not. Dr. Williams boasted that stage 3 was a hyper-intelligent mode. These might be able to figure out the controls and trace me. I have found some of Williams' notes. He engineered the ECGs to be susceptible to some harmless material. Unluckily, Scott is still offline. Need him to access Williams' private files. Day 3. Stung by something today. Got an itch on the left leg. Checking Williams' files to see if it's anything serious. God, I hope not. I found it! Oh no, the rash is spreading. I have little time. All right. The cargo bay is filled with empty canisters. It appears as though one creature could fit in each and survive re-entry. That's not good. That's like they could be dropped onto planets or some shit. Go ahead and save on the D here. We seem to be doing okay so far. We go up to deck 5. All right. Shattered tables float here. Strange ichor is smeared on the debris. The Ram forces made a stand here. And they fucking died. We did that deck 6. Oh, that's not good. Come on, Clog. You fucking suck dick at fighting, bro. They attack from behind. We should definitely put a fighter in the back during this. Did not recognize that to happen. I'm interested to see what happens when Clog bites the bullet here. Hurry the fuck up and kill me, Jesus. Thank you. And then ECGs disappear into the conduit, but Clog gets fully healed. Interesting. All right. Anyways, Clog is okay. The room is filled with bodies. Only one is human. Clasped in his hands are the drained laser pistol. Is a drained laser pistol and a personal log. You take it and read it as log 60. And here's where we get that code. One of the codes. There's 2 codes to use the brain removal thing, which of course I may or may not have figured that out on my own with a lucky guess. Wink, wink. Sealed into my death under Sigma Code 822151 as undercover security officer and pilot, I have engaged Dr. Williams in a number of private conversations. A sample transcript follows. Vilnikov. Have a seat and strap in, Doctor. I talk much better when we're both in the same side up. What makes these genies of yours so impressive? Let me counter you with a question of my own. What would you do if we were suddenly under the attack of Neo? I'd scan the ships and I'd see what I was up against. Then I'd fight or flee depending on the odds. Is that what any captain would do? That's exactly why I designed the ECG. They mold from form to form so that you never know exactly what you're up against. 4 stages, each with its own specialties. This makes evaluation difficult. Defenses against one can prove worthless against another. So we create the perfect threat. Why shouldn't the ram be terrified of prospect? What makes them profitable instead of the danger? That is what I'm working on now. I am modifying their structure to be susceptible to certain harmless chemicals. At the same time, we must keep the specifics very classified. The ECG usefulness would plummet if their weakness were broadcast. Also, the weakness for one form may not be the same as another. I have not decided on this. Tape ends. Alright, so we keep learning bit by bit that the ECGs do have a weakness. The problem is we need to figure out that weakness before we can actually use that against them. The room is spartan with no decorations on the walls. On the spotless desk lies a magnetized folder, and you take it and record it as logbook entry 7. Log entry 7, Dr. Williams folder. Worked at an asteroid base, showed major limitations of single-form combat genies. Of special note on ECG development is a work with the symbiote genie. Tiny genies which develop on the host ECG drop off and seek out warm flesh. The burrowing behavior was borrowed from a number of Earth's grass seeds. The brain-seeking nature is common to many small parasites. In this way, my ACGs effectively sow anti-personnel minds everywhere they travel. The folder is filled with other technical information and numerous graphs. So yeah, these are man-made aliens that are now fucking destroying everybody. What's new? This room looks quickly ransacked. Clothing and personal effects float everywhere. You find a diary, and you record it as logbook journal entry 17. We have boarded the spy ship here and are en route to Earth. The ECG phase of the project is successful, and my career with RAM is set. Dr. Williams is very confident, and we have several batches of stage 1 and 2 ECGs in the containment fields. I wish that Dr. Williams was more forthcoming about his recent modifications. He has refused to discuss a newly added ability, nor will he mention what control substance he will use after the release on Earth. Captain Vilnikov is a buffoon who keeps making moves on me. Dr. Williams is as cold a fish as ever, and the security teams are as pleasant as a batch of hyperscorps. Only Scott has a decent personality, though I believe that they scanned in too much poetry. His science is excellent, but he continually rhapsodizes about Earth and its native ecosystem. I can't understand what he sees in that chaotic junk heap. When we're done, we'll have a much more ordered world. Genies are far superior to evolution's random gene selection. Alright, so this is obviously a female talking about the doctors and what cocksuckers they are. Book found under a pillow. So I'm not sure we have the information that we need at this point, but we need to find out. I'm going to go all the way down to 0. Clog is fucked once again. I forgot to move a good fighter, one of our desert runners, to the end, which I should have. But with our healing expertise, it doesn't really seem to fucking matter. And he's back up. Yeah, this is where they are, so we still don't know that we need them. Oh my god. Fuck you. Defend yourself, Clog. Yay. Feeling good. I decided not to move anyone there because Clog sucks and he needs to learn to defend himself. The ECGs are all hers, apparently. All right, Jesus Christ. What? Why do you... What the fuck is a Clog for, you motherfucking piece of shit? That's not Clog, that's Lug Lug. Did I just completely read that wrong, or are you done? Yeah, you guys are fucked now. All right, we're on level 8 here. Main security console. Skillful programmer could shut down the security robots from here. Do you try? Trog is good with that, right? The security program has detected you tampering. Before you can pull away, the console erupts with electricity. The security program has rerouted robot controls from the station. Okay. think you're full of shit, but whatever. Nice shot. Wrong dude, but nice shot. That's why I say, hey man, nice shot. Shit balls. Out of fucking ammo. I guess we could have tried to lock down being able to be attacked by robots, but whatever. We'll take the experience. Fuck you. Not sure. I guess you cannot just trade ammo. Empty security robot closet. Level 9. A hologram form before you which speaks. I'm so glad you made it. This is the only place where I can communicate. Oh, I'm sorry, I am forgetting formalities. I am Scott Doss, digital personality. He continues and you record the monologue as logbook entry 54. I was trapped in this console by the security program which ruthlessly fused all my connections. I've been isolated since then. I'm glad that my attack attracted Neo forces. You'll find in set a new deadly genies, ECGs, in cold storage on Deck 2. RAM also has a plan to sterilize Earth. In case you hadn't realized, I am defecting to Neo. I spent much time evaluating Earth for Dr. Williams. I've become enamored for such a diverse ecosystem. It has survived in the face of great adversity and changes. Everything humanity has done up to now has only slightly injured the planet's life-giving capabilities. Now Ram has the capability to deal Earth a mortal blow. Then they will deposit the ECGs on its carcass and remake the world. I can no longer allow this. That is why I have changed sides. When he winds down, you bring him up to date. Informed of the ship's condition, he gasped, "Oh dear, I had wanted to stop the crew, not get them torn apart. Go to the next console and connect the 2 red wires to this panel, then I can help." You locate the pertinent wires and connect them up. Scott appears again. "Ah, much better. Just a moment while I scan the ship and make an evaluation." Okay, the ECGs have barricaded themselves in Deck 10 control. Some of them are molting to Stage 3. Dr. Williams referred to it as a hyper-intelligent stage. This concerns me. First, let's scan these biorecords you have from the med lab. The status suggests the ECGs have been made susceptible to argon gas. Any on board will be on Deck 4 or 0. Feed it into the air pumps. I will be in contact with you as needed. Good day. Alright, so there we go. That's the information that we needed. Sometimes you gotta go the right fucking way, folks. And just in case you were wondering, the needle gun will become the best weapon ever. Glug's got this. Stop missing, you motherfucker! Alright, good thing we put Trog back there. I don't know, he doesn't have the needle gun, so... He's gonna have to hope that the laser gun suffices, but he's got a better chance than Claude did, that's what it is. Holy fuck! Does have a more maximum capability of damage, so... Just not as many attacks per round. We're obviously immune from the brain parasites, so the sickbay definitely did what we needed it to do. Fucking toasted. Some of the stage 3s have emerged. They are weak. Alright, we find argon tanks and strap them to your back. And we gotta head to deck 3. Stage 3 is moving about, examining the controls. Let's save on E here. An ECG strikes immediately. So yeah, they're on to us. They know that we are headed to fuck them up. Guy's got some fucking armor. The room contains the air sampling equipment for the ship. It could be modified to introduce argon throughout the ship. The argon canisters connect. With the twist, the valve is open and the argon hisses into the air system. It's working. The guards in the control room are starting to writhe and collapse. The stage 3Ss are also affected. Hold it. One of the stage 3Ss is manipulating the controls. It's to reverse the flow. The ECGs are beginning to revive. Quickly, head down to engineering. The panel there will override the airflow. Another ECG approaches with hissing things. Okay, we need to head back down to level 1. And of course, they're going to try to fuck with us at every corner. Seems like they are getting weaker. Save on E. The override can be canceled here. Ronstock pulls off the console cover and starts cross-circuiting the controls. With the argon halted, the creatures are free. They have detected you tampering and large numbers are rushing toward you. You can make a stand here or abandon the deck to the ECGs. What do? The genies skitter forward. Ronstock is still trying to override the controls. The horde of ECGs leap forward, eyes glittering in anticipation. Ronstock twists the last connection. The ECGs slam into you, but they are already collapsing. They writhe in the air, and then they are still. Congratulations! The few ECGs left in the control room were writhing in their death theros. So much so that one kicked out to my scanner still, but monitors show lethal argon concentrations. Head up to the control room and connect Neo. Remember that these things were phase 2 of some deadly threat to Earth. A mechanical voice booms, destruct system armed and counting 30. Scott says, one of the ECGs must have struck the deck control panels. Get to deck 10 immediately. 25. Saving on C. "20 fucking seconds, motherfucker, you better run." The barricade unguarded, you rip it apart easily. Okay. You arrive at the panel and see the countdown proceeding. With the flurry, you type in the override sequence. The computer responds, "Destruct aborted, thank you." A spacesuited man is standing in the emergency airlock and firing at you. As you get closer, you see that the face is of no race you recognize. Its expression is flat and its eyes dead and black. You reach the strange genie. You ask him to make you a wish, but he says, "Fuck you." He is stage 3 and very pissed off. Needle gun is out. Got that -1 armor class. He's hard to hit. He is fucking lug up. Got him! Martian smart suit, monosword, and Martian fucking... Yeah, baby. So that's... What's that give us? AC 0. I think all the other gear is going to be better. Yeah, AC -1. There's something in the airlock. You look in and see Alone Stage 3 setting a demo charge. Its soulless eyes peer at you intently. What do? Shoot that motherfucker. As you hit it, it falls backwards in the escape pod's airlock. The door closes and you hear the pod shoot away. Suddenly the ship shakes. The demo charge has gone off in the escape pod. Scott appears. Congratulations! I find no ECGs at all on the ship. Let's contact Neo and figure out how Ram's plans to sterilize the Earth. You pilot the ship back to Salvation and give your report. Congrats, you get a fuckload of experience. You've done well! I've assigned you to the ship to investigate this Ram's plot. Now let's have some motherfucking chicken! Here, Doss examined the computer data and uncovered 3 vital facts. There's a secret Ram base near Ceres in the asteroid belt. A Martian Ram base, Gradivis Mons, has been unusually active. Here, Doss uncovered the coordinates of a malfunctioning base in Venusian lowlands. According to Scott Doss, this ship was scheduled to return to the asteroid base, so I recommend you start there, motherfucker! I suggest you check out the asteroid base near Ceres. Meanwhile, use our training facilities and eat some chicken! Alright, I gotta go through leveling everybody and eating lots of KFC. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause the camera whilst I get lots of hit points, motherfucker. Alright, holy shit. We're back after 20 minutes or so of loading and reloading. So obviously I could go into the editor and I could just max our hit points out. I could give us more. I could give us whatever the fuck I want. But in keeping with the realism of this Let's Play and the tools that were at our disposal from back in the day, I don't cheat. I go and I roll the character. For this game in particular, specifically, obviously I modified games in the past for attributes. But during hit point adjustments and level ups, I've never edited the hit points. I've always, leveled the character through the training. And then if they didn't get enough hit points, I will quit out of the game, reload whatever specific letter I saved under, and then I will train and allocate those skill points again. In this game, it's particularly harrowing because there's multiple skills you have to go through. So it takes a long time to train each character, and if you do not get a sufficient amount of hit point increase, you have to quit out of the game, reload the fucking game, and then go through the whole process once again. So, yeah. So just to let you guys know, I don't just go and fix the hit points. I actually maxed out Luglug and Zagaloff. So based off Constitution, we obviously started with modified hit points on when we first started it. I did modify the hit points to have maximum hit points. That was the one edge that we have with the characters. All the attributes are rolled through the game. No adjusting whatsoever. So the only thing that was modified was the hit points based on the Constitution that was rolled fairly. So if you watch the first video, Luglug had 30 hit points for level 2, which means he can gain 15 every level. And at level 4, he is now 58. Zagaloff at 4 is 58. Ronstack at level 4, his max was 16. So 8 hit points a level. He's at 31. Clot and Clog, they were both at 12 at level 2. So they're gaining 6 hit points max per level. And they are at 23 and 21, respectively. And Trog, he has a constitution of 18, not 19. So he got stuck with 28 hit points max, which puts him at 14 per level. And he's at 55. So I re-rolled these characters until they were within I basically only accept either the max hit point value or 1 or 2 less at most, just depending on, how many fucking times I have to reload the game. Because it gets annoying. It gets boring. It gets redundant. You're sitting there reloading. I also realized that when I created these characters, I didn't understand that you could go to the other screens and there's a shitload of extra skills. For instance, let me show you. Luglug's picked up Intimidate. It was on a completely different screen. So what I'm going to need to do is go into the editor, I think. Hopefully I can do this and take away all the command operation, sensor operation points and put them in things that actually are distributed correctly for the characters. we don't want any kind of redundancy between the characters. We want them all to have a specific task. And I didn't realize there was multiple menus when I created these characters, so that's my fault. But it's something I think is fair for me to retcon and fix, as long as I keep and allocate those skill points correctly. So Zagalov, he is picked up. We're gonna make him our planetologist. He's picked that skill up. Ronstock is picked up. Well, obviously that's our rocket jock, so I just threw all the points in repair and jury rig. I've also threw as many points as I could into maneuvering and 0G because it's such an important skill. Clot, I hooked her up with some library search, and obviously her light wound, serious wound, critical wound, bunch of skills in there. She does need planetology. If I'm putting those 28 points, we can subtract them from her and put that in something else that makes more sense, because I'm giving that to another character now. So again, we do not want that redundancy. I'm going to have to see if I can fix that. Hopefully I can. If not, we're just going to have to deal with the consequences, because I'm not going to fucking start the game over. Clog, I basically focus him on mathematics, astronomy, and astrogation. I maxed out his paralysis and poison healing. So you can see there, treat poison is up to 50 and stun and paralysis up to 35 now. And then Trog, who is also level 4, we put him up on Befriend Animal. I mean, it's a skill I didn't even realize was there, because there's multiple menus. And when I created the characters, I was too dumb to hit N for next and see all the other screens. So I kind of fucked myself, and what I'm going to need to do is kind of go back and realize all the characters and what I want them to be proficient in, and kind of write it down and lay it out. Like, okay, Trog's going to do this, Luglug's going to do this, Zagalov's going to do this. You know, Clot and Clog are going to focus on these kind of first aid type skills. Ronstock, obviously, he's our rocket jock. We want him to repair the fuck out of rockets. A lot of those extra, let's go take a look. The fixed wing, the ground card, the roto wing, we can lay off those now. And the jet card, like, those are all going to show up in Matrix Cube. They're not necessarily used in this game. So he wants to focus definitely in pilot rocket and jury rig, repair rocket hull. I believe the repair electrical, mechanical, nuclear engine, it takes place in Matrix Cube as well. So they made it pretty fucking confusing, honestly. Like, if you didn't understand that the sequel was going to have and take precedence in some of these skills, you could end up throwing skill points and skills that never really fucking mattered and count out of Doomsday. I think that's a bit of an issue. They should have put, like, not used in this fucking game, or not had the skills in here until the next game, but I guess you can start building them up so that in the next game you have them pre-established. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. This is totally foreign and fucking alien to me. So I'm kind of learning this with everyone else. Anyways, hopefully I can go into the editor and zero out some of the skills that are redundant, and then put those and allocate those into other areas. That's the only way I can see to kind of like remedy, my fuckage uppage. Anyways, we're good. We have our levels. Let's save, and let's go back to the depot. I'd like to view gear. Let's trade this needle gun. I believe Trog wants his needle gun back. I don't need this extra needle gun. You notice that we can sell this. You notice that well, you may not have noticed, but I will show you. So weapon. I put all 3 of our Desert Runner Warriors in Needle Gun Specialization 2, and I believe we can do it one more time. It's going to make them nasty as fuck with that needle gun. That weapon specialization. So we definitely want them to have plenty of ammo for that. Fill. So let's go ahead and pool so everyone has access to money. We have 10,000 pooled funds. So we're going to fill this. We're going to fill this just so we have extra fucking money. I mean, not extra money. An extra needle gun in case. Ammo. Fill. 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 Towels, grenades, and ropes. So I think we're good. Let's divvy out the money. Encumbrance 5, encumbrance 7, 13. Okay, let's pull the money. Ronstock has that jetpack, which lets him fly the fuck around. But we're a bunch of ranged weapon using motherfuckers, so. Let's repair. Let's fuel. We get our ammo back. Our med supplies are restocked. You are cleared to launch. Bank, downtown, hospital, port. Okay. Yeah, this is fucking confusing. It's a rocket. Sensors identify a Ram Scout cruiser on LR scanner. Fucking attack, I guess. Not that I know what I'm doing. We don't want Lug Lug to be the pilot. We want fucking Ronstock to be the pilot. Boost engines. Ronstock attempts a speed boost and fails. What does Clot want to do? View. Ship. Quit. Target. Fucking engines. Target engines. Van Allen fires beam lasers and hits for 10 points of damage. The enemy jury rigs some systems. Fire, 100 points of damage. Fucking shit up, I think. Fire, just fire! Fire! Roundstock jury rigs the control. Blew that motherfucker to pieces. 110 units of fuel plundered from a bitch. Oh, we don't run from anybody. This shit's crazy. Get that fucking shit fixed. This thing is strong as fuck. I'll admit I don't know what the fuck is going on whatsoever. Oh shit. I think our ship is strong enough to beat this shit. Kicked here. Yeah, we died. We fucking died. The base broadcast. Maelstrom Rider identified. You are clear to dock in Hangar 2. A landing beacon guides you to the docking bay. You exit the ship. You're in the airlock of docking bay 2. All right, folks, I think we're going to wrap it up here. Obviously, much to learn, much to reconfigure, and much to do. I'll see you soon for more Buck Rogers. Countdown to Doomsday. And hopefully some Keen and some more Wing Commander. Again, to preface, I have been recording and playing and trying those, and they're very frustrating levels that I'm at right now. But I will get those out as soon as I actually have some successful completion. See you soon.